There's a moment in every gamer's life when a game stops feeling like a challenge and starts feeling like a checklist. A moment when helpful tips feel less like guidance and more like a parent shouting answers from the sidelines. We all want games that respect our time, games that are easy to pick up and play. But there's a razor thin line between accessible design and a game that treats you like a child. A game so afraid you might get lost, so terrified you might fail, that it insults your intelligence at every turn. This isn't about a game being too easy. This is about a game being too accommodating for its own good. To understand that line, we need to look at a genre that often perfects the art of the satisfying, low-friction experience, the simulator. And our case study is a game called Trading Card Shop Simulator, a title that, despite a compelling premise, currently holds mostly negative reviews on Steam. It's a fascinating paradox, a game built around a powerful fantasy, but whose execution reveals a deep-seated anxiety in modern game design, the fear that the player might, for even a second, be left to their own devices. Da-da-da! So let's start with why a game like Trading Card Shop Simulator would exist in the first place. It taps into a powerful, nostalgic fantasy, running your own neighborhood card shop. For anyone who grew up with the crinkle of a booster pack and the smell of fresh cardboard, the appeal is immediate. The game promises the dream without the reality. You get all the joy of discovering rare holographic cards and none of the headaches of real-world rent, inventory management, or daunting business loans. Imagine starting with a humble, empty room and a bit of cash. You'd place your first shelf, order your first box of booster packs, set your prices, and open the doors. Customers would trickle in, browse your wares, and bring their chosen items to the counter. You'd ring them up, giving the correct change, and watch your profits grow. With that money, you'd buy more shelves and more pack types, and slowly, your small shop would begin to transform into a local empire for collectors. This is the core fantasy, and the game aims to deliver it with clean, immediate clarity. The loop is simple: buy, stock, sell, upgrade, repeat. It's a power fantasy not of might or magic, but of competence, of building something from nothing. It's designed to be a comfort sim, a relaxing and engaging way to spend your time. The initial hours can be genuinely engrossing, capturing the simple thrill of commerce and collection in a way that feels instantly rewarding. There's a clear psychological reason why this simple loop works so well. It's all about the feedback loop, a cycle of action, reward, and anticipation that keeps players engaged. In a game like Trading Card Shop Simulator, every action you take is meant to be met with immediate, positive reinforcement. Stock a shelf? The graphics show a neatly organized display. Sell a pack? Your cash register dings and your balance goes up. Open a pack for your personal collection and find a rare card? The game would celebrate it with special visual flair. This is Game Design 101. These systems are engineered to tap into the pleasure and motivation centers of your brain. The game provides a steady drip of short-term rewards: the sale, the pack opening, the daily profit summary, which creates instant gratification. This keeps you motivated in the moment. At the same time, it dangles long-term goals, like a bigger store or unlocking ultra-rare card sets, which encourages you to persist through the repetition. It's a principle sometimes called a compulsion loop, a design chain of activities that creates a habit through rewarding feedback. While that sounds clinical, the effect is one of pure satisfaction. The game makes you feel competent right away. You're not struggling against complex systems, you're mastering a straightforward business, and the tangible results of your efforts are always visible. There is no real jeopardy. This lack of friction is, initially, the game's greatest strength. It's predictable, rewarding, and respects your desire to simply unwind and build. But this is where the experience takes a turn, and where the negative reviews start to make sense. For all its potentially satisfying loops, a creeping sense of unease begins to set in after a few hours. The very systems designed to be player-friendly start to feel like hand-holding. The game isn't just guiding you, it's micromanaging you. For example, when setting prices, customer feedback is so immediate and binary that there is no room for strategic thinking. A small icon telling you if a price is too high effectively removes any need to understand your market or experiment with profit margins. You're not a business owner finding the sweet spot. You're a machine adjusting a dial until the light turns green. The correct answer is always explicitly given to you. The management layer, which should be the heart of a simulator, is incredibly shallow. Bills need to be paid, but you make money so quickly that they become an afterthought. The game wants to give you the idea of running a business without any of the meaningful challenges. It presents problems and solves them for you in the same breath. During play, it's possible to acquire the vast majority of the game's Steam achievements in an incredibly short amount of time, a sign that the progression is poorly balanced. This is the critical difference between supporting the player and speaking for the player. A good game gives you the tools and information to make interesting decisions. Trading Card Shop Simulator makes the decision for you and just asks you to perform the click. After a while, you start to feel less like a savvy entrepreneur and more like an employee following a very detailed instruction manual. The game's relentless helpfulness starts to feel less like a feature and more like a sign that the developers don't trust you to think for yourself. This kind of design isn't an isolated incident, and it raises a huge question about what we really want from simulators and management games. What's the perfect balance between accessibility and genuine challenge? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What's a game that you feel gets this balance just right or horribly wrong? The issue with this level of hand-holding is rooted in player psychology. A core driver of enjoyment in gaming is the feeling of mastery and progression, the sense that you are improving and overcoming challenges through your own skill. Games are compelling when they present a problem, give you the tools to solve it, and allow you to feel the satisfaction of discovering the solution on your own. Overly guided design short-circuits this entire process. When a game consistently points out the optimal strategy, it robs the player of their agency. You're not solving a puzzle, you're just assembling it with the picture on the box right in front of you. This is particularly frustrating in a simulator, a genre that is fundamentally about learning and optimizing systems. If the game does all the optimization for you, what's left for the player to do? Modern games are increasingly designed to be accessible to the widest possible audience, which is a good thing. Features that help players with disabilities or those with less gaming experience are crucial. However, this has also led to a design trend where difficulty and ambiguity are treated as defects to be eliminated rather than tools to create a compelling experience. A game like Trading Card Shop Simulator is a perfect symptom of this trend. It's so concerned that you might get stuck or make a mistake that it removes most opportunities for genuine thought. This is where player-friendly becomes an insult. It implies the player is incapable of handling even minor ambiguity or challenge. The constant hints and simplistic systems can feel patronizing, as if the game is assuming you need every single step spelled out for you. Instead of empowering you to run your shop, it feels like the game is running the shop and just letting you tag along for the ride. Despite the promise, the mostly negative reviews suggest the game is, for most, a failure. This gets to the paradox at its core. The game seems to have been designed as a low-stakes comfort sim, where it might succeed precisely because its systems are so frictionless. If what you're looking for is a game where you can turn your brain off, listen to a podcast, and enjoy the simple, tactile pleasure of opening digital card packs, then it delivers on that narrow front. The thrill of finding a rare card, worth thousands in in-game currency, is a powerful hook that can overshadow the shallow management gameplay for a surprisingly long time. The core fantasy is strong enough to carry a portion of the experience. However, the reviews indicate this isn't enough for the majority of players. It occupies a strange middle ground. It's too simple for hardcore simulation fans who crave deep, complex systems, and its patronizing design seems to have alienated even casual players who want the feeling of running a business without being treated like they're incapable of thought. The game's design isn't a mistake. It's a deliberate choice to prioritize a flawed idea of relaxation over challenge. It targets an audience that doesn't want to be stumped or frustrated, but in doing so, it seems to have missed the mark for almost everyone. It's not just insulting to hardcore players. For many, the condescension is hard to ignore. So, what's the broader lesson here? Trading Card Shop Simulator is a perfect case study for a growing tension in game design. The push for accessibility and broad appeal is a positive development, but it carries the risk of creating experiences that are sanitized to the point of being sterile. When a game removes all friction, it often removes all meaning from the player's choices. There's nothing inherently wrong with a simple or relaxing game. The problem arises when simplicity is achieved by treating the player as incompetent. True accessibility shouldn't mean removing challenge, but rather providing different ways for players to approach it. A truly player-friendly game respects the player's intelligence. It gives them the option to ask for help, but doesn't force it upon them. It builds intuitive systems that can be understood, rather than bypassing understanding altogether with explicit instructions. The line between a helping hand and a condescending shove is a fine one. Games should feel like a partnership between the designer and the player, a conversation. But when one side does all the talking, it's no longer a conversation. It's a lecture. And nobody likes being lectured.